guys, welcome back to this channel, and thank you once again for clicking on this video to watch Welcome to Prime Side. So with this video you will be able to make your own black soap. You'll be able to tweak whatever kind of black soap you want to make. You'll also be able to measure your black soap, measure every ingredient that goes into your black soap, and know how much soap that you're going to make at the end of your production. So this video is going to actually teach you what to know before you start making your own black soap, whether you're making for commercial or you're making for personal use. So I'll try my best to be fast in this video, but I'll also make sure that you get the main thing I'll be sharing in this video. Now, for you to make your own black soap, there are some things that you have to consider before you think of making your own black soap. What prompted you to make your own black soap? What pushed you to go purchase the ingredients and want to make you try out your own black soap? That will take us to the 3 things to consider before you make your own black soap. The first is the purpose of making the black soap. Like I said earlier on, why do you want to make your black soap? Are you tired of buying for people who sells, or do you want to start selling? Do you want to make a black soap because you want to fight a particular skin condition, or do you want to make a black soap because you find it too expensive to buy and then you want to make it cheaper? Or do you want to make your black soap because you want to know what goes into your black soap, you want to know every ingredient in it? Or you want to make your black soap, you have your specific reason why you want to make your black soap. So you have to put this in consideration before you start making your black soap. What is the reason you want to make your own black soap? The second thing to put in consideration before making your black soap is the class that you're making the black soap for. If you're making this black soap for your personal use, then this you may not consider. But if you're making it for a commercial use, then you have to understand the class of people that you want to make this black soap for. Do you want to make this black soap for the common class? Do you want to make it for the average class? Or do you want to make it for the high class? Also, do you want to target this black soap for only black skin, only dark skin, melanin skin, or you want to target this for only fair skin, white skin, or whatever? Do you want to target this your black soap for only kids? You want to be making just kids black soap, or you want to just target for men? You want to make it black soap for men, or whatever it's your reason has to be put in consideration before you make your black soap. And then another thing you need to put into consideration is the price. The class that you're making the black soap for, which is the second point, will actually lead you to the third point. Because if you are making the soap for a high class, then you should be considering a high price for your black soap. Then if you're making it for an average class or for a common class, you should be able to know how much that a common class can actually budget, how much can they afford to get your black soap. The point 3 will actually take us to what goes into your black soap, because if you're making for the common class, of course you're not going to be using too much expensive ingredients for your black soap. And if you want to make for the high class, you wouldn't want to consider the cost of your ingredients, because you know that they will be able to afford it. Determining the kind of ingredient that goes into your black soap will now take us to what kind of black soap we are making. Now you can actually make any kind of black soap, because black soap are different. So when you say black soap is just not black soap. We have herbal black soap, we have glow black soap, we have lightening black soap, brightening black soap, we have black soap for skin conditions like you want to treat pigmentation, eczema, acne and pimple, dark spots, you want to treat stretch marks or whatever. Those are skin conditions that you may want to prepare your black soap for. And then we also have black soap for kids, we have black soap for different things. So you should know the kind of black soap you want to make from your consideration, from the 3 points that you have already given in your consideration. So after drafting this out, then you would be able to know the kind of black soap you want to make. If you want to make a herbal black soap, now for the things I've actually mentioned here, which is a herbal black soap, a glow black soap, lightening black soap, brightening black soap for skin condition, and kids black soap, if you want to make these things, the thing that makes them differ is the active ingredient. The active ingredient actually makes them differ from one another. So if you want to make a herbal black soap, for instance, the name herbal black soap already tells us what should go into the black soap. These are herbs. Herbs will make our soap to be herbal. Herbs like neem, herbs like cinnamon, herbs like black seed, and so on and so forth. So herbs are what are going into our black soap. That's what we call herbal black soap. So if we want to make for lightening, you should know that the active ingredients should be lightening powders. And also, if you want to make for skin conditions, the active ingredient should be ingredient that will actually fight those skin conditions. So after knowing this, we will now be able to make them, because this video, like I said earlier, will actually teach us what to do, you know, to customize your own black soap, to tweak it, whatever you want to make in your black soap. So I'll be going ahead, because like I said, I do not want this video to be too long. I'll be going ahead to share the template of your black soap, the normal black soap. I'll share a template that will actually guide you. This video is especially for newbies, beginners, those who have no ideas on black soap making. If you actually have mastered your own recipes and it's good for you, you can go on with that. This is my own guide to those who actually, you know, want to start or have no idea about black soap making, because I keep getting questions like, how much this should I add to this, how much water should go into my black soap, how many oils do I use, 50 grams. And it's really difficult, because I don't know the batch you are making, I don't know the quantity you are making, so I can't really even tell. Sometimes I get confused. I can't tell how much oil should go into your black soap, because I don't know how much black soap you want to make. So this will really help us to know what we are making, and this will also make our black soap to work, because you don't know why your black soap is not working, right? You keep making black soap, and yet your black soap are not working. So this guide will actually help you to know what goes into your black soap, how it goes, what measure is it, what is your outcome, and what would your black soap do for you. Okay, so I'm going to share a simple template that will guide us in making our own black soap. The first thing we'll be considering here is our surfactant. A surfactant is actually the soap itself, what lathers saponification of oils and dry water to give us a soap that lathers. So that's what causes surfactant. So whatever lathers actually is surfactant. Let me say that to make it easier for you to understand. So when I say surfactant, I mean our soap base and whatever soap that will go in. Like, I always recommend you use white balls so that it lathers very well. Green soap or anti-pimple soap, whatever, those are soap, so they are part of our surfactants. Okay, so on this template I'll be making surfactant 40%. 40% means that if you're making 1 kg of black soap, you're going to be using 400 grams of your surfactant. If you're making 500 grams, you're going to be using 200 grams of your surfactant. So later on I'll teach you how you can calculate this percentage into the grams. And I'll also advise, if you want to make this, measure in grams so that you will know what you're making. Because if you keep asking me how many teaspoons you want to make, or how many tablespoons you want to use, I can't really say, because powders are of different weights. Liquid have different weights. So sometimes when you use your measuring spoons or tablespoons to measure it, you can't actually get it. But if you are able to understand this video and you want to make for personal use and you can't get a scale, I believe you can actually tweak it or know what you are adding to get what you want, if you want to use a tablespoon. But literally I can't really measure up with a tablespoon, and I'm sorry about 40%. And then after our surfactants, our oils. Normally much oils are not needed in our black soap so that they can lather. In as much as we do not want to add much oils, we should add oils, because we would want our black soap to have a moisturizing property, and oils give us that moisturizing property, because black soap tends to always dry out the skin. So our oils here will be using 15%. 15% means that if you're making 1,000 grams of black soap, you should use 150 ml of oils. All right, and if you're making 500 grams of black soap, you should use 75 ml of oil. Then after our oils, we have our humectants or our extras or water. Actually, I don't advise water to go into black soap, but you can do it if you're making for personal use. The black soap videos on my channel are DIY. They are personal use, not for commercial. Maybe I would after this video I'll make black soap for commercial, so you see how it is. I wouldn't really advise water to go into black soap for commercial, because it will actually grow up microorganisms. I would advise, instead of water, you use either humectants or esters. Examples of these are glycerin, propylene glycol, 1,3-propanediol, sodium lactate. These are humectants that can actually go into your black soap as water. The extras there would actually help penetration of your black soap and whatever ingredient that it carries into your skin. And humectant there will actually draw water from the atmosphere into the skin to help to always hydrate the skin, because we know that black soap will actually dry out the skin. So the humectants will actually help to draw water from the atmosphere back into our skin. So that is why these two are very important in this kind of recipes. And I will advise that when we want to add water, we can replace them with water. But if we must add water into our black soap, maybe distilled water, rose water, or any floral water, we can go in with 10% of our water, while our humectants will make 20%. That is 30% of whatever water, humectant, or esters you are using. But this 30% can actually be tweaked depending on how you want the consistency of your soap to be. If you want it very thick, then you have to reduce it. If you want it very light, semi-solid, lighter, actually you can increase the amount of your esters, your humectants, and water. All right, so we said humectant and ester should go 20% and water should go 10%, which will make a total of 30%. If you don't want to use water, add the percentage of water into surfactant, so it will actually help to make this thicker. All right, so after this, we've talked about our surfactants, we've talked about humectants, water, ester. We've also talked about oils, and now we're going to be talking about our actives. Our actives are very important in our black soap because this makes our black soap to differ from the other. Like I said earlier when I was talking about the types of black soap that you can make, actives will actually tell us whether this black soap is herbal black soap, or this black soap is lightening black soap, or this black soap is glow, or it's for kids, or it's for whatever condition that you want to treat on your skin. So these actives will actually help us to differentiate our black soap. Actives here we're going to be using from 5 to 10%. 5 to 10%. I'll give you the reason why we are going to use 5 to 10%. Now, if you want to make for lightening, we have lightening ingredients. In another video, I'm going to be talking about the kind of active ingredient that you can use to achieve whatever you want to achieve in your skincare products, whatever black soap, creams, and all of that. I'm going to be talking about a few. I really can't talk about much, but I'm going to be talking about a few in another video. So actives here, if you want to make for lightening, for example, we have active powders like alpha arbutin, we have giga whites, we have snow white, we have sepi whites, msh, we have glutathione, we have collagen, we have niacinamide, we have L-ascorbic acid, so many kind of lightening powders. So if you want to make for lightening, let's say you want to really make for lightening, you can use up to 10%, 8 to 10% of these lightening actives. Then if you want to make for to actually give a good tone, a good bright tone, you can use 6 to 8%. Then if you want to make for just a fresh skin, you want to maintain your skin color and all that, you can use about 4 to 5%. Then if you want to make for glow, you want to make your skin to glow, actually you can use these lightening powders, but in 4 to 5% as well. Then if you want to make for a caramel skin, hot chocolate skin, you can use 3 to 5% as well. And then if you're making a dark skin, you can just use 1% of your active or of your lightening. I'm talking about lightening actives here now, not generally actives. So for these actives, you can use lightening actives, you can use like 1% if you want to make for a dark skin, but you want to pop, you know what I mean. Okay, so you may choose not to add any lightening actives in your black soap, but you will go in to add other actives. So this is for lightening black soap. So if you want to make herbal black soap, your actives there are your herbs, which are your neem. Now you want to make for lightening herbal black soap, then you can go with herbs that will actually lighten the skin, like turmeric, like mulberry, licorice fruit extract, papaya fruit extract, carrot fruit extract, rice powder, and the likes. You can actually go with this kind of herbs. 10% is fine because they are herbs. They are not quick to work like lightning actives. So you can actually add up to 10% of your herbs for your herbal black soap. Okay, so if you want to make for, I've talked about lightening, brightening, glow, whatever. If you want to make for skin conditions, now you have to know the skin conditions that you want to make for, then you know the amount of actives that you would add. Also, when you're adding this active, make sure you know their usage rates. Make sure you know their usage rates so you don't overuse them. For example, if you want to formulate for eczemas, pimple, acne, you can. If you want to make for exfoliating, if you want to make for hyperpigmentation, dark spot, you want to achieve exfoliation, or you want to tackle acne and pimples, and you want to use a BHA, or you want to use any AHA, and you want it to be 10%, you should remember that some of these ingredients like AHAs and BHAs would not be used up to 10%. So if you use your 5% or 4% or 3% or 2% or 1%, however, depending on the ingredient, when after using it, then you can make up the remaining percent for your actives with other botanical powders or other ingredients, just like you wish. That is why I said you can actually tweak this. Whatever you want to make your end product to be, that is how you would make your black soap. If you can't comprehend this video, if you can't understand this video very well, my ebook on black soap will be out soon, and I believe with that ebook you would understand clearly and virtually everything you need to know about your black soap production. So you can follow us on Instagram so you get updates when the ebook will be ready. We'll communicate that on Instagram, so make sure you're following us there. All right, so I believe the ebook will actually help to clarify everything I'm trying to say in this video. And then after our actives, we'll go to our antioxidants. Like I said on my Instagram, in a post on Instagram, you should always make every product that contains oils with your antioxidants. It's very important so that the oils you use in this product would not go rancid. For antioxidants, I'm going to place 1% there. 1% means that if you're making 1,000 grams of black soap, you're using 10 ml of your antioxidant. And an example of antioxidant you can use here is your vitamin E oil. It's actually easy to come by. And note that the store-bought vitamin E oil is really not that effective if you're making for commercial. If you're making for DIY, well, you can use it. If you're making for personal use, you can use it as well. You can use it. But if you're making for commercial, please make sure you get the organic vitamin E oil. And then our preservative, which is very important, especially when we are making our soap with water, or when we are making with any of the extras or humectant, we are to add our preservative. Well, however, even though you are not adding, because the soap is used in the bathroom and then water may come in contact with it, it is important that we add a preservative so that molds will not start growing on our black soap, so that our black soap will not smell, so that our black soap will not have a bad effect on our skin. We're going to be using 1% of our preservative. This means that if you're making 1,000 grams of black soap, you have to use 10 ml of your preservative. Now, if we are not measuring, this is where measuring becomes very important. If you're not measuring and then you've made 1,000 grams of black soap, and then you just go in with your preservative and you just do like this and you just add it, and then it's not even up to 1%, it may not be able to preserve the soap. So before you know, it starts smelling, or it starts becoming watery or whatever. It starts spoiling. So that is where your preservative is very important. That is where measurement is actually very important. After this is our fragrance. Fragrance is quite optional because some people react to fragrance. It actually gives them irritation. Then they start breaking out, having rashes or whatever. So fragrance is actually optional. If you are making for commercial, please indicate if you are using fragrance so that your customers would actually know if they should purchase that which is containing fragrance and the one which is fragrance free. So you can actually add fragrance if you want for 1%. So this will give us a total of 98%. This will give us a total of 98% if you check our templates. Now we have 2% remaining in our percentage, which is 100. Now that 2% can go in with anything you want to add extra into your black soap. This includes pH adjusters if you are pH concerned. Some of us were not pH concerned because soaps actually has a wide range of pH and it will still work well. So we are not adding any pH adjusters. So but if you want to add this 2%, which is our orders, will actually make up for pH adjuster. Or if you want to go in with herbs on your black soap, like you want to add flowers, petals, like rose petals on your black soap, or you want to add calendula petals, buds, lavender buds, whatever. If you want to add such things, then you should make up your 2% or 1%. We should be able to have 100% of our calculation template. So with 100%, if you want to make for your total batch, if you want to, you already know that I want to make 1,000 grams of black soap. Now I want to make 1,000 grams of black soap. You know you're using 400 grams of surfactants. You're using 20 grams and 10 grams of humectants, extras, and water. That's 30 30%, so you are using 200 and 100 grams of the total of humectants, extra water, and also you know that your actives are 100 grams. So this is why most of your products don't work, because you do not add your actives up to this. For example, we can go and add 10 grams of alpha butene in 1000 grams of soap. It will not work, it will not lighten. You will wait and wait, and you'll be tired. You understand me? So this is why some of your black soaps are not working. Now, your antioxidants, your preservatives, and all that. So you already know the template. This is the formula you're going to use to always convert your percentage to the grams of ingredients you're using. Ingredient percentage over 100 times total batch. So if you want to calculate for oils, you simply do 15 over 100 times. If you want to make for 2000, you will get 300. So this is how you are able to calculate what you want to calculate for your black soap. And with this, I believe that you will be able to make your own black soap by yourself. So, and also you won't be confused when you want to add your whitening ingredients, or you want to add your herbs, or you want to add. So if you want to use, for example, if you want to use 5 herbs now, or if you want to use 10 herbs for your herbal black soap, we have 10%, which is 100 grams. So you can use 10 grams each of your 10 herbs to give you 100 grams. You can use 5 grams each of 20 herbs. You can use 50 grams of 2 herbs. You can use 20 grams of 5 herbs. So you can actually tweak this however you want to add it, and you also know what goes. So the best thing to know for you to understand this video, the first thing you know is your ingredient. Know what they do and why you are adding them. Don't just add a random ingredient into your black soap. But if you are making for personal use, you can add whatever you like. All right, but if you're making for commercial, you do not need to add too much ingredient. My first black soap video here, I actually added a whole lot. That's because I'm making for myself, and I wanted those ingredients in my black soap. Okay, so if you're making for commercial, go straight to your active ingredients, add them into your black soap. Add whatever you want to add. There's no need for too much ingredients into your black soap, because sometimes too much ingredients actually make our black soap to spoil on time. And secondly, another tip here is, do not add food grade ingredients into your black soap, like milk. You can actually add goat milk, cosmetic goat milk powder, but going to add like tin milk into it is a no. It's actually going to make your black soap spoil on time. Avoid food grade products into. Instead, if you want to use fruits, you can use fruit powders to replace fruits. For commercial, well, if you want to make for personal, you can do anything you want to do to your black soap. You know you're using it alone, and whatever happens, you can actually, and you know the period of time you want to use it. So do not do this for commercial, I beg you. All right, so I don't know if you enjoyed this video, but I don't know if you understand this video very well. If you do not, wait for our ebook. It will be out soon, and once it's out, I will let you know on Instagram, and then you can purchase it. And then when you go through it, trust me,
really sorry I'm not really composing this video. Reason is I actually made this in a hurry, and my baby was distracting me a lot.
If this video is helpful to you, do not forget to give me a thumb up, and I hope you've subscribed to the channel. If you have not, please do that right away. Turn that notification bell right in front of you so that you always get my posts when I upload them. All right, so thank you very much for always stepping by to watch Prime Side, and thank you all who have been subscribing. Thank you all who have been coming on Instagram to join us on our daily tips and DIY. I really appreciate you all. Until next time in another video, for now, take care.